Look at this. Look at these maniacs. This is what Uruguay is like. That's why I started recording, because I just had a shower and so my nervous system is really clear. And every single time, remember I've been in Uruguay for 5 years, and why did the truck driver just look at me? I look very normal, don't worry. See how normal I look? Just normal. And there's that fluoro yellow. So you know it's the gang stalking. Oh my god, man. So how can you realise the Matrix as good as I have? Well, my channel's a good start. Well, it's amazing that... Oh, is he going to bark? No. Thought he was going to bark. But every time I go for a walk in Uruguay, every single time, there's dogs that bark like that. And you say, oh, they're territorial and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But how come... Oh, here we go. This is what it's like. And the first year when I got to Uruguay in the city, I couldn't even sleep. In the city, I couldn't even sleep. And yeah, because the dogs were barking all night. The old mate here has to have a stare. Has to stare. It's so funny, man. Like, it's the predictability of this stuff. That's why I can just turn on the camera and do this. And there's other channels that can also do it. So why can't you? How come some of you can't just turn on the camera and have this funny stuff occur? Well, what I'm saying is that the dogs are barking at me because I'm clean, because of the inner light, the chi, which dissolves, like energy blocks. So that's when I've noticed, oh look, another fluoro. That's when I've noticed that the dogs bark more ferociously to get my attention. Wow, doesn't that fit with the theory of attention goes somewhere and the energy flows there? Where attention goes, energy flows, right? I have to go in to get some money here. Thanks for donating, guys. But yeah, how can you get to this stage? Well, a lot of meditation. I meditate a lot. Remember, I don't go to work every day to get infected. Now, these organic portals, this is a great place to talk. Let's talk here for a while because there's no one around. Fantastic. No one can hear me, I think. Let's stand out here so it's even more away from anyone. Yeah, so I know you think I'm crazy for doing this, but I prefer them not to hear. And that's another way you can get this happening. By making them work for you. By making them work for your energy. Like standing out here means now an NPC has to come from somewhere in order for me to be heard. Because you know how they're always trying to listen to what you're saying and, monitor you. Oh, look, got one close. Cars are coming. The filler people are filling. See, it's never long too. It's very interesting. Going nice and slow and staring at me. There's that fluoro. Yeah, okay, so how can you get this going? Well, you can, excuse me, it's just very amusing when you know what's going on. It makes you laugh. That's why DB from Gang Stalking Simulation channel laughs a lot too, because he sees the clown show as well. It's hilarious. Oh, look at this. Yeah, she's walking nice and slow, ears dropping over here. And the one across the street, amazing. You got to pay very close attention to their body language. Anyway, now I'm just going to ignore them and I'm just going to tell you what to do. So me standing out here, for instance, oh, it's so hard to ignore. Anyway, me standing out here, for instance, makes this need to happen. See how the NPCs, they all just start swarming? Because they need to work harder to get the information. They're mining you, right? They're information mining you all the time. So now, they've got people approaching nice and slow so he can hear what I say when he walks past. I should go out in the middle of this field. I reckon it'd be too much and they wouldn't walk over there, but we should test it. Just in case it gets even more hilarious. Yeah, so what you can do is do stuff like this, like just go a little bit out of your way. Like right now I don't really have to rush, so it's a perfect chance for me to capture this stuff and do this. And they just come out of nowhere. Yeah, so if you want this to happen to you, like to be able to capture this stuff, it's just never ending, man. If you want to be able to capture this stuff, you just have to basically be higher vibration. That's essentially what's going on. You just need to meditate more, clear out, you know, via psychedelics and plants, like even good tea. Oh, here we go. Even more. Yeah, I just love it. Thank you, gang stalking Satan, for the show. Just see how I can't get away from them? Let's see if I go over here, if something else happens. This is amazing. I love this shit. Oh, because it could not happen, right? But I know now, and this is proof. They just chase you and chase you. This must be too much for them, right? I'm right in the middle of a park. There's no way now that... Oh, look, and she's looking too. There's no way now that, like, I can be heard, right? So let's just walk over here. So if you want this stuff to happen, you've got to do a lot of plant medicine as well. You've got to be in... Oh, look, the dog's looking. You're always being monitored. It's crazy. And so what I want to say is the dogs barking at me. I've recorded a previous video and I said they only bark at people with souls. I think I made that video quite a long time ago, and actually it's people with spirits, right, with higher spirit. And that's what I'm trying to say. Because I just had a shower and my nervous system was completely like at ease and healed, that's why that dog barks so viciously. And the reason I turned on the camera was because the dog, you know, further down the street just outside my apartment, oh my God, you can just tell by their body language that they're listening to you. Yeah, the dog right... Oh, police as well. Bros, it can't get more obvious. God, I love when it happens like this, just perfect for the video. It's really good. For some people, they're probably just thinking I'm some nutcase walking around, but who cares what they think? That's called gaslighting. And they must know what gaslighting means in 2022, otherwise you're a moron. So you're either a gaslighter or a moron. Good for you. You're really going far. You're never getting out. Yeah, so if you want to get out of this matrix, you'll be raising your vibration, you know, like veganic eating, blah, blah, blah. Even though I'm not vegan, you know, veganic style, wherein you know, eat more like that, right? Oh, look, a dandelion. And I'm going to have to go in and get this money. I see a dark cloud coming, a bit of rain. But yeah, you need to raise your vibration, and I'm telling you, those dogs, they literally only bark at me because I'm minding my own business. They want my attention. I've been here for 5 years. When I first came to Uruguay, because it's very communist here, and like a colony, it's a giant freaking colony. Colonialism is basically the lifestyle here in Uruguay. So I feel like I'm living 200 years ago with like touches and specks of modernity here. It's very interesting. I wish they'd evolve. It's very annoying because it's very gang stalky, because the communities are so tight-knit and everybody spies on everyone and everything. They pride themselves on knowing everything here. There's a telepathic underground network called Vecinos, and you'll only hear it telepathically. It's basically the collective unconscious. Yeah, so if you want to get out of here, you're going to have to raise your vibration, and you will end up getting what we get. It's called gang stalking, and it's to prevent you from getting out of this simulation. Because they want all the energy they can get, right? And they want all the spiritual, pure insight that they can get. And that's what we power the matrix with. Our, you know, our ideas and our energy, because light is embedded with information, right? It's not just some blank white field to make you feel good. You know, light is information. And we have light bodies, like I keep saying, and they don't have light bodies. They're just this outer surface physical avatar bodysuit, right? So yeah, just wanted to get something on video, and now I'm going to go in and get some money.